This video is about Lily asking me some questions about her up-and-coming driving test. At the end of the video, I'll be asking you a question, so stay tuned. Lily?
Yes, hello.
So well, that's what we're talking about, wasn't it? A few weeks ago you mentioned that you were worried
Yes.
about your driving. Is it a driving test?
Yeah.
Go on, tell me about it.
Just because I'm not very good in a situation where I haven't been in before. So obviously we can do the mock test, but it's more when I actually get into the centre and what details they need and like what's that process before I get in the car. Like that's what scares me, I think. Yeah. I just don't know how it's going to go. Is there any clarification on that?
So, when you drive to the test centre on the day, obviously you're going to drive in there, and because of this in Bletchley one, you're just going to reverse into it. And you reverse into the Bay Park, go into the test centre, and they'll call your name out, give them your licence. They ask you to check a sheet and sign it. They check your licence at the same time at that point. And then they'll ask you, do you want your instructor sat in the back of the car? Yes or no. And they'll also ask you, do you want your instructor to sit for the debrief at the end?
Right.
So that is up to you, that one.
Okay.
On both counts.
Yep.
But I do say definitely have the instructor for the debrief.
Debrief, but not necessarily for the drive.
Then that's the drive is up to you how you feel.
Yeah.
I mean, but if they're in the drive, they're going to be sat behind you. And then when you go outside with the examiner, they'll give you your eyesight test. Which is 20.5 metres, which is from one side of the car park to the other,
right?
In Bletchley. And then you get your tell me question.
Right, yeah.
So you get a tell me a question, which is one of them, and you get a show me question, which is when you're on the drive. And then when you sit in the car, the examiner goes around the car, usually checking the tyres are fine, checking the back of the car's fine. And then what they'll do then is they'll get in the car and they'll say, do you want me to explain the test to you? You always say yes. So you two things, you get used to their voice because you don't know if it's going to be a man or a woman.
Yep.
And you're going to be a little bit nervous because you've never done one before.
Yep.
And then they'll say the test lasts about 40 minutes, 40 minutes. And they'll say, follow the road ahead at all times unless the road signs say different.
Right.
So if you're coming to the end of a road and it says left only, they're not going to say anything.
No, yeah.
They're going to expect you to look at the sign and go left. But if you start saying, which way do we go? They're going to say, well, the sign says left.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
And if you come to a roundabout and say nothing, follow
Straight
the road
on.
ahead.
Okay.
And if there's no ahead, it's either left or right. And if you're following the sat-nav tells you what to do with it. It's easy. And along the way, they'll pull you over 4 or 5 times. And they'll ask you to pull off. When they do pull you over, sometimes it might be to do a manoeuvre, sometimes it might be to do the independent driving, which is 20 minutes. So it's either going to be road signs or sat-nav. And I can almost guarantee it'll be over before you know it.
Yeah.
The amount of people who say, oh God, I thought it was about 10 minutes. And then they realise they're going to test centre at the end.
Yeah. Okay. And then before the test, do you come into the test centre with me or do you stay outside?
I come inside.
You come in. Okay, that's fine.
Unless you want me nowhere near it.
No. That's
so when you go into the waiting rooms, I'll tend to sit next to you.
Okay.
And then when they come outside, the examiner shouts your name out.
That's fine.
And at that point, then that's when you kind of I say, off you go.
Go on, off you go.
When you get back to test centre at the end, they'll say to you, just secure the car and turn the engine off.
Okay.
And there'll be about 30 seconds while I do some paperwork.
Right.
And then they'll tell you whether you passed or failed. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Squeaky bum time. At that point, if it's a debrief you want me in, I'll come up to the car and I'll just make sure I can come in the back and listen to the debrief.
Okay.
And then they'll say to you, well done, Lily, you've passed, but keep an eye on that.
Okay.
Or they might say to you, unfortunately you failed, we need to go away and work with James on them.
Okay.
Faults. Now, if I've got one here, let me just check. The driving test report sheet, it only records faults. So if anyone wonders what it looked like, it's that. So it only records faults.
Right.
Which is what's written down. So the little dashes are driver faults. And if you get, you're allowed 15 before it becomes a fail.
Right, okay.
But if you get more than, say, 4 in one section, or sometimes 3, it becomes a serious. So if you're
Right.
repeating the same fault, so if you're stalling on every junction you come to,
Yeah.
you're going to fail your test for it, basically, which doesn't happen anyway.
No,
Or if you're not checking your mirrors every time you go left, you're not checking your left mirror, you're going to get a
you
fault.
can get a fault. Okay.
If you get a serious, you fail your test. Get a dangerous, you fail your test.
Right. Okay.
Anything else you want to
No.
know about it?
No, that was pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a radio in the test centre as well that plays a bit of music,
Oh, nice.
and
love
but
that.
it is kind of it's an uneasy feeling. It's a bit weird.
Bit like a doctor's waiting room.
Yeah, it is, because it's like up to that point there, you'll be sat in the waiting room, and you could be having 5 or 6 people all sat around, and if you look
Yeah.
round at them, they're all it's biting the nails or tapping the feet.
Really scared.
And what you've got to do is just remind yourself that you can drive.
Yeah, and that you can do it.
Yeah, because if you don't, you're going to come back disappointed that you've let yourself down.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. I
No,
want to come
no.
back positive.
Well, you can definitely drive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be taking a test, would you?
Mm.
But you've just got to not get distracted by the other pupils there, the other students.
Okay.
Most of them are going to be your age.
Yeah.
Occasionally, you're going to get one a lot older who decided to take a test when they're in the 40s or 50s. That's up to them. You know, any age group as long as you're over 17.
Yeah.
But don't get distracted by them.
We'll try.
And remember, examiners are only human.
Yes. They make mistakes as well.
Yes, there's been plenty of times when I've spoke to my pupils afterwards, students, and I said to them, "How'd you get on?" Well, I looked across my mirror, and the examiner's looking outside the window. They said, "Well, they must have been happy with you then."
Yeah. Must not have minded. Must have been enjoying the ride.
Or something caught their attention.
Yeah. Wow.
So, and they will watch you at the beginning as well.
Yeah.
You know, so when you set off in the first few minutes and you come to the first junction, they're going to be watching what your
What
eyes are
you're
up to,
doing.
watching what your feet are up to, obviously watching that you're actually checking, because they don't know you.
No.
And in the first few minutes, it's quite critical that you set the kind of standard that you're good at. Because if you come to the first junction and say left, and you go, okay, they're thinking, she's not checking the mirrors, not checking
Yeah.
the mirrors. So you got
Okay.
to say, right, mirrors, in pairs, signals, slow myself down, change my gear, check right, left, right.
Yeah.
All the stuff you already know to do.
Just do what I know to do.
Yeah, do what you know to do.
Yeah.
And if you make a mistake,
Don't worry about it.
exactly,
Carry on.
carry on. Don't, because what you think is a big error is probably nothing.
No, yeah.
Because you know what it's like when we're learning lessons, I'll say to you, how do you think? You're going, oh, I didn't like that idea, that. It's nothing really. But to you as a new driver, it's something big.
Yeah. Okay. I just feel a bit better.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So next week we're going to do a mock test.
Yes, we are.
Should we film it?
Yes. Let's
Would-
film it.
Would they like to watch it?
Probably. Probably. Yeah, probably.
Right. If they want to watch it, they can put a comment below,
Okay.
and we'll put it out the following week.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
If they don't want to watch it, then they don't see it.
We just keep it for ourselves.
Yes.
They might.